Hello, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I'm NG Paradox, and we're back with Bath City. We finally, as you guys saw in the last part for the last month, we finally seem to be getting an idea of our team. We know how the team should play, we know how the best players are playing, and they finally seem to be working as a proper team. It's been really exciting times for the club. Finally getting a hang of them. Sometimes it takes a bit of time, but last month obviously was a crazy month. I won Manager of the Month, which was really nice to get, obviously, in the lower leagues. Kind of show that, Paradox, get people to recognize him as a good manager. But this last month has not been as good, but it's still been a great time for the team. So quickly going to go over what's happened in the last month. There's a couple of other things to mention as well. A couple of other goings-on in the club, which we can talk about, but we'll go over the games first. Last time, obviously, you guys saw the game against Dartford, 3-3. Really felt we could have won that, possibly was my fault we didn't win, but a draw is still very good. After that, we played against Hemel Hempstead, and again we drew, this time 4-4. I don't know what's going on. We seem to be scoring lots of goals at the moment, but we also seem to be letting in quite a few goals. Very similar to the Dartford game. We were probably, I think if I'm correct, we were in a winning position, and then we kind of lost it near the end. Once it loads up, it'll remind me. Yeah, you can see here, look at that. Jack Batten scored the 7th minute after they scored. Then we got a penalty and Fleetwood got that goal in. Then Hemmings scored a goal, so both our defenders, so we were 3-1 up. And then Sheringham scored 2 goals. I was like, no! In quick succession. I was like, damn. 3-3, we've thrown it away near the end. And then, right near the end, Dan Ball scored a tremendous goal. I remember this one, it was a ridiculous goal from quite far away. Probably shouldn't have gone in, but it was impressive. I thought, there we go, 4-3, we've got this. And then Naby scores a goal with only a couple of minutes left. Very frustrating, that game. That would have been a great game to have recorded, actually, but sadly, it was not. But a good game overall. But another draw. A bit disappointing, obviously. We shouldn't be really too disappointed in draws, but after that kind of run of form, it was kind of disappointing. Then after that, we played against Eastbourne. And again, a draw. I don't know what happened. Suddenly we were winning all these games. Then we're getting all these draws. It's kind of good, We were on an unbeaten run, which obviously is good. Billy Murphy scored here, and Romain scored for them. Overall, I feel we probably should have come out with a bit more from this game. We probably should have got a win here. Near the end, we were really trying, but the players just couldn't grab that final goal near the end. Then if we go back, I had another game, this time against Gosport, and we lost. Damn. No, we needed. Remember, before, when we played against Dartford, we were right with those playoff positions. So then, when we played against Gosport and we lost, I was like, no, we've drawn 3 games in a row, lost a game, they're going to all get away from us. We're not going to be able to catch them up. So that was not good. This was the last thing we needed after 3 draws. Not a good time. Not a good time at all. You can see here, pretty even match. Our team generally does quite well. As a team, they generally normally have the games be quite even. That's what I mean. That's why I said at the beginning of the season they had quite a lot of potential. It's just, getting that win. That's the difference usually between a team that wins the league and doesn't win, is just that consistency to be able to win games that maybe you could have drawn. I remember when I used to watch Sir Alex Ferguson, when he used to play with Man United, when he used to manage Man United. What made him different to a lot of managers was the fact that games that maybe they would have drawn, or maybe even lost, he somehow managed to grab a win near the end of the game a lot of the time. I remember that. I think the last season that he played, I remember that team. I did not think their Man United team was good enough, but somehow he won the league with them. And then you could see that with the managers that have come after him, they've kind of struggled with the team he left behind. And I actually think that team wasn't good enough. I think it was just because of him that he was able to get them to win. That's just how he is. After that, though, we played against Wealdstone, who, remember, are the top team in the league right now. And we beat them 4-2. I don't know what happened. After those games against kind of the lower league teams, suddenly we come against Wealdstone, the number 1 team in the league, and we get a 4-2 win. Really good game by the guys. Their finishing was great. They actually were getting lots of shots on target. Fleetwood scored a goal. Watkins scored a goal. Murphy, Hemmings. Really good game overall. Very impressive of them. For today's match, we're playing against Maidenhead. Now remember, Maidenhead are in the playoffs. They're 4th right now. This could be an important game. This could be important. Let's have a quick look at their key player. Uwakwi. Is it Uwakwi? I guess. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Can't really see much of his stats, but what we see does not look great. Possibly. Used to be at Chelsea. Actually, he's at loan from Chelsea right now. And he's got a really good rating so far. Only 14 game appearances, though, so he could be potentially really good. Let's have a quick look at the competition. So you can see right now, we are actually in the playoff positions. There are 6 games to go, so even with that bad run of form, somehow we've managed to creep in to the playoff positions with that last win over Wealdstone. If we can beat Maidenhead, who are 1 position above us, we will have 63. They'll be still ahead of us, but we'll be catching up, giving us maybe a bit more security to possibly get ourselves away from the bottom of the playoff positions, just so we can feel a bit more secure. We're only 1 point away from Bishop Stortford. I'm guessing Stortford. Yes, Stortford have not had a good month either. So that has kind of been in our favour. If they'd been had a good month, we would not be here definitely. So I think we got kind of lucky. It's really out of us 6 top teams who's going to get a playoff. And interestingly, Wealdstone, because they lost, Whitehawk are now drawing on points. So we could see after Wealdstone, they've been number 1 for like most of the season. They could lose out near the end with only 6 games left against Whitehawk. So we're going to play, like I said, against Maidenhead. But this is actually the last month. If you look at the rest of the fixtures, they're all in this month. So after this game, we will return to play Welling for the last match. Hopefully we're around the playoffs, you know. Hopefully that is a competitive game where if we win, we can stay in the playoffs. That would be amazing. It would make for, I don't know why it just jumped off the game. That would make for a great final game. It would be really fun and exciting. I really hope we can do that, but we need to get through these games first. Quite a few big games coming up. This is going to be an important month, but yeah. Other than that, I did get offered a new contract, so that was good. So Paradox has a new contract. I think it's only till next year, but it's nice. They offer us a contract. They obviously trust in our ability. They obviously like where the team's going, so that's really good to see. We also had the most exciting time of the year, the new youths. So the new players coming through, the young 15, 16-year-old players, ones with great potential possibly. We started to get a few of them in this month. An exciting time. And there's one player who actually has some potential. I can't believe it. Bath City might have a homegrown player who has some great potential. And here he is, hot prospect. Now, there are a few players that have some good potential. And we can see we got here Ben James. He's a potentially good goalie. Doesn't look great right now, of course. He's only 16. And also remember, our level, we don't really expect much, really. We've also got Cameron Rigg, this young guy here. He's looking potentially okay. You know, he's got some good physical abilities, good composure, good heading. Not good first touch, though. That's a big problem, I think. For a striker, I like him to have good first touch. He's got a 2. That's not great, but good strength, jumping reach, and heading, and obviously some good finishing. There's potential here for him to be possibly good. But the big one, though, is Ashton. He's gone not into the first team. I put him into under 23s. I might put him into the first team. He's only 15, and he's a winger. But he's already a 2-star, and he's got potential to maybe be 5-star, 4-star. That'd be great for the team. If you look at what he's got, there are some good things about him. He's got very good physical abilities there, you know. Acceleration, agility, pace is okay, so he's going to be fast. That's what we want. Good natural finish. Good natural fitness, sorry. Good, he's got, well, not good, he's got average kind of mental things, which is good for this level. So his mental stuff's pretty good. Good teamwork, though. But his only lacking part, I think, is technical. He's good at most areas you'd want, except dribbling. Now, for a fast player, I kind of would want him to be good at dribbling, but he's only got a 5 for dribbling. Obviously, he's 15 years old. That could improve with time. So I'm quite excited for him. That's actually probably a potentially good player for us, you know. For the first year, for the first youths we've got, I'm pretty happy with having him. He might find his way into the first team, but the problem is because I just brought in Kiernan on a free, he is better at the moment. And then the other one we have, our kind of extra winger, is Hutchinson. Now, Hutchinson's also a young player, 20 years old. He comes from Plymouth, apparently. But he's actually very similar. You can see from his technical skills, he's better technically. You know, good. You know, I keep saying good. You got to remember, for this level, it is good. You know, he's got good crossing, dribbling, first touch, finishing, long shots. He's got good where he needs to be. It's okay. Good technical. His mental, though, is a bit weak. The young boy, I think it was Ashton, if I remember correctly, he's much better when it comes to the mental stuff. Physical, he's also probably about as good, maybe slightly better than Hutchinson at physical. But because of those technical stuff, I kind of feel like Hutchinson, you know, being a little bit older, maybe he should be in front of him. I haven't decided yet. It's going to be one of those two. I'm going to have to put one of them in the first team and one in kind of under 23s. For now, I've got him there. He seems to have less cons, actually. Now I look at it, he has less cons than he does. We'll see. I'd love to hear what you guys think. What do you guys think? Should we give Ashton a chance in the first team? It has the extra person, or should keep him down in the lower kind of parts of the team till he develops a little bit more? Maybe he's only 15, because putting Hutchinson down would maybe be a bit sad for him. He's 20 years old. He wants to start playing, I guess. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But right now, he's not good enough. He can't replace Watkins or Hunter or even Kiernan, so we can't put them in for now. But that's what's been going on in the last month. Some exciting times for the club. Very happy with where we're going. The team overall is mostly what you've seen before. Sarpong is back, so he's gone back in his position. And the rest have been really good. I've liked where we are. Let's jump in. We're going to keep it on attacking because we are at home. And in this formation, I kind of like it because we're in a more defensive formation. It's nice to go on the attack. Billy Murphy was actually offered a contract as well, if I remember correctly. Where is he? Let's go get him. Billy Murphy actually was offered a contract by another club. We almost lost him, but I managed to offer him a contract because I think he was on a non-contract before. So I had to offer him a new contract, so it took a bit of our wage away, but he's been really good for us so far in the season. As you can see here, 7.8. I could see why they want to come get him. Teams are starting to look at our players and going, huh, Bath are playing well. Maybe we should take those players. So I've not been happy about that, but so far we haven't lost any players. We just lost our scout. But because of what we've been doing so far this season, I think we've been exciting people a little bit. So they're starting to look at our players and thinking about what they can take for their own. Plus jump in against Maidenhead. Really hoping for a win here. A draw, I think, would be okay. Keep us kind of around the team below us. You know, Stortford or Stropford. What is it? Bishop. Let's call them Bishops. Stropford, I can't remember now. But yeah, I'm hoping we can keep around them. Let's go for calm. Pick up where you left off last time. That was a really good game. You beat the #1 in the league, guys. You beat them. So come on. These guys are nothing. These guys are 4th compared to them. So that's nothing compared to Weldstone. Let's see what happens. You see me getting a lot of the ball, but they have it from their defense. Come on, Fleetwood. Put pressure on him. Good boy. Oh, I was hoping we could try and get that ball there, and that would have been great with Fleetwood. Seemed to be in good prime positions. Ooh, a little bit of a sliding tackle there. Could have been a bad choice, but luckily nothing came of it. We've seen a lot of the ball at the moment, though. We're getting a few shots. Lots on target as well. They're getting no shots on target. I'm happy with how we're playing, but that is basically the first half over, and not a single highlight for us. What was that? Come on, guys. What just happened? You played really well. I guess they just weren't good highlights. Come on, you can come out with a win. You can do it, guys. You gotta do it. Show Maidenhead that you're right behind them, and that they should be frightened. Now, Maidenhead is catching up with the shots, though. Artus! Oh, hits the crossbar. That'd have been a great goal for Artus. A nice free kick for him. Great effort, though. I have to give it to him. I've seen him score from there before, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but you can't have everything, can you? You can't get it every time. What do we have? Okay, let's bring on some new feet. Kim, you're going to come on. Kim is usually quite good at coming onto the pitch. He always does well. Again, Hunter. One of those games where he does nothing. I don't know what it is about him. He either completely rules the game and wins us the game, or he does nothing the whole match. It's just so inconsistent, so frustrating as a manager, because you can see he's got great potential. He's obviously young, though. A lot of our players actually are quite young. 20, 21, 22. So you got to give him that, but still. Okay, Murphy, stop heading the ball to them. Oh, good tackle though, Murphy. Good eye. Fleetwood, Watkins with a magic foot. Oh, Watkins. Don't give them the magic. Don't give them that magic foot. The ball... Thank you. Okay, so that was an example where Watkins, his magic did not transform into anything. Stortford are now ahead of us. Obviously, be right behind them, but we need to win this game. I have to bring off Rig, I think. Yeah, let's bring off Rig. I'm going to keep Fleetwood up. Yeah, I'm going to keep Fleetwood up because he's still got some energy. I don't want to lose the game at the very end. So we're going to take down ball over to there. We're going to put defensive fullback and Tom Smart, you come over here. There we go. Done. Perfect. Okay, a few more minutes. Can we pull it off? I really felt that we played better than them, but it's only been a little bit better. So I don't want to give them the opportunity of them scoring and taking the win. That 1 point could be really important at the end of the season. 2 minutes. Come on, guys. Get a goal. It doesn't look like we will. 1 minute. Sorry, 1 second, and it's done. That was a pretty dull match, you know, actually. When I've recorded quite a few matches, a lot of them have been quite exciting. That one was kind of disappointing, and it's allowed us to go down into 6th. That is very disappointing. Whitehawk, though, have managed to now jump into 1st place near the end of the season. Poor Weldstone. But can we come back in this next month and get ahead of Stortford? I'm really nervous now. It's really tight. The other teams are kind of getting ahead of us. It might be just between us and Stortford, which is not particularly what I want. We're still scouting lots of players at the moment. Obviously, these have to come in for the next season, so I'm trying to look for players who are better than the ones we've got, or have great potential. I'll have to wait and see. But that, I think, is it for today. Nothing really else we need to go over. We've gone over what's going on at the club. We got a new contract, so we're definitely going to be here for at least 1 more season. But you can see here, Fleetwood, 20 goals. Very good season for him when he's not been playing the whole season. Andy Watkins actually has 16 assists. I think it's the highest in the league. When I remember, yep. Watkins is the most assists in the league. Looks as though the guy from Western-super-Mare's now got 16. He did have 15 last time I checked. So he must have got 1 more in that game. But that's really good for Watkins right there. Just shows you how good of a season he's had. We'll be back next time, though, with a match against Welling. The final game of the season. Will that game be an exciting game full of hope and potential? Or will it just be a dead rubber? Will by then have we fallen too far behind? We seem to be going on not a great run of form in the last month, right when we needed it. But then again, you know, since that crazy month of just wins, now I can't really be asking more from these guys. I think they've been playing really well. I'm just hoping we can just beat Stortford. Really, Chelmsford's the only real big game there. They're 4th at the moment. If we could try and catch up with them and have that game be important, it would be really good. But then we've also got Welling of the last game, 12th at the moment. Got to keep our fingers crossed, guys. The Romans will march on till the end, I guess we'll just say. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Fingers crossed.